Hi, I'm Matt Blake, an artist first and creative advertising consultant born here in Kansas City at Baptist Memorial Hospital 50 years ago this past Monday. I was going to be a BFA at the University of Missouri-Columbia, but at the time I did not want and I didn't understand the work that went into being a starving artist, so I tried my luck getting into the world of advertising by striving to become an art director. I didn't have the grades to get into Mizzou's J School, plus it was a news reporting focused and didn't have an art director sequence. So I got a Bachelor of General Studies degree, a build-your-own taco bar of marketing, advertising, and graphic design focus. This generalist mindset, in retrospect, is an explanation for how I was able to tune into what I contend to be a pre-existing thought structure. It is my contention that consciousness does indeed have structure. My art and acquired taste has reflected this, and in the corporate world I have always longed to aspire to apply a more artful application to the world of business, which is desperately needed today, and do it in a way that is engaging, fair, structured, and most importantly, profitable. So it is in this aspect that the job spectrum idea was born from my incorporating of the golden ratio and Fibonacci sequence into my artwork, and by my contemplation of baseball statistics of all things, and the process of me developing the ability to think in 3 dimensions. The best analogy I can draw for the job spectrum potential is what CrossFit did for exercise. It blends and assigns values to different exercises and gamifies the process. The job spectrum has the potential to do just that for the world of business. So how does it do this? First, the job spectrum prototype addresses 2 huge global challenges. The Droids Are Taking Our Jobs by Andrew McAfee. His contention, more and more people, less and less opportunity. Lots of diagnosis and examination of the symptoms, but he offers no solutions. He states that he is hopeful that in the future we will be able to solve all our problems. The job spectrum idea is a direct response to his TED Talk. Another eureka moment for me was seeing Lauren Carpenter in 2 different documentaries. Nova's Fractals Hunting the Hidden Dimensions and Adam Curtis's All Watched Over by Machines of Loving Grace. In Fractals, Carpenter demonstrates that he was the first to use computers to implement the concept of fractals by Benoit Mandelbrot as the basis for the modern super-realistic animation we see today. In the Adam Curtis documentary, he demonstrates his own concept of interactive crowd manipulation, in this instance the game of Pong, through handheld devices linked to computer networks. Sound familiar? By combining these 3 concepts, it demonstrated to me a way for society to develop transitional ways to compensate a fluid, evolving, and complex workforce in a fair, productive, consistent, and engaging manner. So the job spectrum is a self-similar survey made of 3 questions, structured to assign value. It divides the participants in 2 unique ways, by profession, arranged into similar groups called guilds, and by your birth date, according to the zodiac, arranged into the earth, air, water, and fire groupings. The job spectrum is akin to the Nielsen ranking service for these guilds, with the results released on a monthly basis. These 12 monthly results behave exactly like 12 separate golf tournaments, with the different guilds being the golfers. Their scoring comes from the monthly survey results. The job spectrum is the world's first shared labor, shared revenue, advertising, and marketing mechanism baked into this survey. Shared labor means that the participants only take the survey 3 times a year, but they receive the financial compensation every month. Shared revenue means that the participants own the actual job spectrum media channel. It takes 61.8% of every dollar from all ad media buys and puts it into a monthly purse. This purse is divided among the guild members according to the monthly survey results. This enables participants through the data not only to steer and direct value, but most importantly, revenue in the direction of the participants they see fit. So basically, the participants are paid to fill out the survey 3 times a year and watch all the advertising within the job spectrum survey. This process assembles an index of data just like the stock market. Like the stock market, this not only marks the time and perspectives of the participants at that moment, but it also builds society a lattice of value, which can be applied to point worth and reward in ways and directions that modern society has a tremendous problem applying or even justifying. So what are the benefits of putting a mechanism like the job spectrum in motion? Number 1, it repurposes pre-existing, annoying, and marginalized concepts such as advertising and surveys, in a new fashion for a new benevolent altruistic result. It redefines what we define as labor or work. It's unexportable and can't be replaced with an algorithm. It needs all of us participating together. And it is maneuverable, nimble, and powers direction. Assigning value and index creation not only gives us a rudder to maneuver, this mechanism is an actual flagellum that powers value in the direction we collectively want society to go. The demand for conscious business models like the job spectrum is gaining tremendous momentum. All the technology exists for something like the job spectrum to manifest. Like anything worth doing, the public needs to be taught the possibilities and the procedure. There are many diagnoses for the problems in the world, but very few tangible solutions. It is my hope that this short presentation has enabled you to glimpse at the true potential that I see the job spectrum offers. Lastly, it is with utmost humility that I quote Victor Hugo by saying, "Nothing is more powerful than an idea whose time has come." Thank you very much.